Hey, crafters, it's the crafting cowboy here, Tom Creek of Creek Bank Creations. My wife and I own Creek Bank Creations out of Perrysville, Indiana, and we're glad to have you here. We have our own line of rubber stamps, dies, adhesives, and tools, all under the label of Creek Bank Creations. And visit our website at www.creekbankcreations.com. Tonight, I am the teacher. I be the man. I be the one with the plan. I am here for you to understand. Good to see you all. We are going to be doing a continuation of the Trinity series, and I'm going to do a Dragonfly card tonight. That's right. Isn't that cool? Yeah, this is cool. Speaking of the Dragonfly, that brings us back to the Trinities and the Trinity specials. Hey, Cindy, how you doing there from Florida? The Trinities, you get the Dragonfly, which I'm going to be doing tonight.
You don't have to yell.
I don't have to yell. I'm yelling. I'm told I'm yelling. I'm going to turn the volume down. Okay. I got the butterfly panel. I got the oval Trinity and capricious. That's right. So we call it the Trinity bundle. It's $128.96 if you buy these separately, crafters. But holy mackerel, we're practically giving them away for $89.99 for the bundle. That's called the Trinity Die Bundle. Like I always tell you, we don't make much money here at Creek Bank Creations, but we make a lot of friends. That's right, we make a lot of friends. So we also have the bundle specials on the super tacky tape, the 1/4 inch and the 1/2 inch, buy 2 of each for $13. That's a beautiful deal because you're getting 108 yards of tape. 27 yards a roll. Ladies, gentlemen, children of all ages, that's an entire football field plus 8 yards going towards the first down. That's pretty incredible.
Score!
Score! We're going all the way. Okay, let's get started. We're going to have some fun tonight. I'm going to turn this camera around so you can see what's going on. Oh, by the way, Mrs. Creek is going to be doing, what is she going to?
Mrs. Creek would like to apologize.
What are you apologizing for, Mrs. Creek? Mrs. Creek is going to be doing the questions tonight. That's her responsibility tonight. So,
do you think you could break 90 tonight, Tom?
if I'm hoping.
Ask the ladies to like and share.
Hey, listen, what I want you to do is I want you to go out and subscribe, okay? Hit that thumbs up that you like, okay? And share with your friends. If we can break that 90 number, okay? We always hit 80, 84, 85, 86. If we can break 90, I'm going to give away an apron tonight. One of those stylish.
You know what? I think you should step it up.
Stylish Creek Bank.
I think you should step it up.
Step it up. What do you think,
No,
Miss Creek?
something better than that.
Better than an apron?
Yeah.
We don't have. Do we have anything better than an apron? Meanwhile, let me get to the card. Okay, these crafters are probably getting tired of hearing me go on
Did
and
you
on.
have something you were going to share?
Oh, hey, yeah, I was going to share something. Okay, I was going to share something. Hey, listen, I was reading my scriptures this morning, and I was in 2 Kings chapter 13, verses 21, and they were talking about these guys, and they were being chased, and their buddy died, and they found Elisha's tomb. They just happened to be there, and they threw his body in Elisha's tomb. Elisha was a prophet in the Old Testament, and his body, his dead body. I mean, he was dead. He was dead. He was gone. Okay, his body.
It was over.
It was over. It was down for the count. It's over. His body touched Elijah's bones, and he came to life. He came to life just by touching Elisha's bones, because Elisha was anointed of the Lord. And what I'm here to tell you, and what I feel like the Lord is telling me, that we serve the God of the impossible. The impossible. And he is the same today, yesterday, and forever. And if there are impossible situations in your life,
Dead stuff,
give them to God. He can make it come alive again. Okay? Keep your hope, you guys and gals. Keep on keeping on. All right, back to the card. Okay. So I'm going to turn this around. By the way, if you have any questions, you type it in. Julie is fielding the questions this evening. I'm going to get this around. Tell me if you can.
Vonda's asking about colors, Tom. Ask her if she's asking about ink or paper.
Vonda, are you asking about ink or paper when you ask about color?
I guess I was supposed to type that. Hey, there's Ruth.
Hey, Ruth. Okay, let me get my card. Oh, this by the way, this is the card we're doing. Can you see that?
Paper from last week.
There it is. All right. Let me get this out just a little bit more.
You're upside down.
You told me to flip it
Yeah,
around.
I did. So maybe I told you wrong.
I think you did, Mrs. Creek. All right, we'll flip it around.
Sorry, ladies.
You're not, she's not nearly as sorry as I am. I'm sorry.
Okay, try to jerk it
All right, how about that? Is that better?
Yeah,
Look at
look
that.
at it.
Look at that. Smoking. Okay. All right, is everybody out there? All right, we're glad to have you all. Okay, here's the die we're going to use.
You're
What?
upside down.
Well, you just told me I was right side up.
No, you did it when you flipped the.
All right, I'm going to do it again. All right.
Okay, you must have moved the card. Was the card?
The card.
You moved the card. You had
Flipped the card.
you you flipped the card. Turn the card
Alright.
back. Sorry, ladies.
Then I
Just
have to do the
turn
card
phone-
upside down.
No, leave the card alone and turn the phone around.
Okay, we're going to do it one more time, ladies. We're going to rotate that little.
He flipped the camera and the card.
Okay, ladies, I'm usually on the other side of the camera. Okay,
There
I'm going to
we
get
go.
that up a little bit higher.
That's what you want, Mr. Creek.
Okay.
You're doing great.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Okay.
There we go.
All right, so we are going to be using the Dragonfly Trinity. Okay. Now, if you look here, right here. Okay. It's 3 dice.
Are you holding that upside down?
I turned it
You
right
don't
side.
have to.
Yeah, I just realized that. Okay. All right. The Dragonfly cuts large, medium, and small, so they can overlap, or layer. Therefore, we call it the Trinity Dragonfly. So what we're going to do, crafters, is we're going to start off and we're going to cut ourselves a piece of cardstock. Okay. And we want this to be 4 inches by 4 1/4. That's all we need. Just regular cardstock. Okay. And we're going to be taking that, and we're going to take a piece of our super tacky tape, just a little piece, about the size, about an inch, put right in the center of our card, just like that. And then I'm going to peel off that liner. Boy, I tell you what, if you don't have one of these die picks, these are handier than a pocket on a shirt. I mean, to tell you, you can do so much stuff, more than just picking dies. It's great for when you're making your cards. Now, after we put that tape on it right there, we're going to take and we're going to line this up right there on the lines of our grid pad. And we're taping it down, okay? Just taping it down. It's not going to move. Now then, we're going to take our hex flower stencil. This is our hex flower stencil, okay? Just wanted to get you to see that right there. And I'm going to take and I'm going to lay that on top of that card. Is anybody commenting out there, Mrs. Creek?
Yeah, they're enjoying this. They're like, this is the best demonstration.
Are they really saying? Are they really saying
They're
that?
visiting with each other.
Are they visiting?
Yes,
Okay.
they're catching up with each other.
Now I'm going to take the
How
purple
was your
tape.
Weekend? We played.
I hope everybody had a good
It's
weekend.
nice that they're friends.
All right, I'm going to take this purple tape, and I'm going to be pretty liberal with it because I'm going to stencil tonight, and I'm going to line the stencil up along the line right here of my grid pad, and I'm just going to tape it down in the corner here. I'm going to tape it down in the corner there.
They're listening to you too. They said they don't want to make you feel.
Well, don't worry about me, ladies. Don't worry. I don't hurt my feelers. Okay, and I'm going to tape it down really good. Okay, now we're going to stencil. Okay. Now, if you look right here, I'm going to use 2 colors of ink tonight. I'm going to use the Catherine Pooler Party Dress, and I'm going to use the Catherine Pooler Grape Crush. Okay. So first, we are going to go with since we're blending our ink, crafters, we're going to go from light to dark.
Are you holding it upside down?
No, I'm not holding it upside down. Do I need? Oh, there. Is that better? Party dress. And these are Kathy Pooler inks. Okay.
Kathy.
They're Kathy.
It's
You know,
Kathy.
Mrs. Creek, we've sold enough of these inks that I think we have the right to call them Kathy Pooler. We're intimate enough with Catherine to call them Kathy Pooler. They're Kathy Pooler inks. So anyway, we're going to take that ink pad right there, okay? And we're going to take the Creek Bank Creations J brush. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with it,
I'm sorry. Can you pull the camera up a little bit?
up,
Yes.
as in higher?
Yes.
Yes. Bear with me, crafters. Is that better?
Well,
Ooh.
you're not centered.
That's looking smoking good. I can see.
Okay. You're not centered. There you go.
How about that?
That's nice. Nice.
Okay, now you can see. Okay, crafters, I'm using the Creek Bank Creations J brush. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with the J brush, this was designed by our designer, Julie Creek, hence the name J brush, Julie. Okay, now these are a much larger diameter than anything else on the market because Mrs. Creek has a problem with carpal tunnel and she has a hard time gripping. And as a result, this is a larger diameter brush, and people who have arthritis or have carpal tunnel or have achy wrists can grab these brushes a lot easier than anything else on the market. Now, if you pull the cap off, it has a ring that slides up and down, okay, up and down. By sliding that up and down, you can change the density of the bristle. So if I want to stencil dark, I choke it up tight. If I want it to go light, I pull it down low. It allows the brushes to fan out. So anyway, we're going to take the Kathy Pooler party dress, and we're going to attack this. Okay, whenever you use at least the Catherine Pooler ink pads, they're a foam pad. Don't go jarring your brush into the ink pad head on because those bristles will literally tear up your ink pad eventually. You want to go side to side like that and get that ink on there. Now, first of all, what that'll do is get the ink on your brush, but it'll also enhance the life of your Kathy Pooler ink pad, okay? All right, so what we're going to do...
When Catherine calls, are you going to take the phone?
Oh, Catherine, do say, Catherine, I'm calling your stuff Kathy now, since we're on such an intimate relationship here. Okay, so anyway, what we're going to do is whenever you do this with these J brushes, don't start stenciling right on your card because you're going to have ink splotches, crafters, okay? The idea is to have the ink splot down here on your blotter or on your craft mat, okay, right here, okay, not on your card. So we're going over here and we're going to go across like that, okay? We're going to go kind of on the ends, a little dark in the middle, like that. Okay, you got enough on there. When you're done with these, you stop, pull your ring all the way to the top, put your cap on. The reason why you do that, it doesn't catch your bristles and ruin your brush. Okay, we're going to put up the party dress. Now we're going to...
How come you're using the red on the pink ink? Did you explain that?
The what?
You're using a red brush
Oh,
on the pink.
we had a question here. Why am I using the red brush with the pink ink? That's a good question, Mrs. Creek.
Thank you.
And and the reason that is...
Not only do I look good, I ask you a question.
That's right. That's right. The reason we do that is because you do not need a brush for every cotton picking ink pad you own. You only need one for every color family. Hence pink, red are in the red family. There we go. So that's why. So moving right along, we're going to go with the Kathy Pooler Grape Crush. So we're going to take that and we're going to pull our brush open. We're going to open it up again, get some ink on there, and then we're going to start back here on the other end. But here this time,
You actually swipe the brush across.
I do.
Okay.
I do.
I like push it in, but you're like swiping.
I'm a swiper kind of guy.
Swiper, no swiping.
Okay, that's interesting.
It is interesting. And you know what? I find that this method works quite well, Mrs. Creek.
Well, I just was.
There you go.
I was
You
just-
wouldn't think the crafting
crafting
cowboy would
cowboy
have his own technique,
Who
would you?
doesn't craft?
Who doesn't craft? I don't craft,
He
but...
doesn't do any craft.
All right, now what I'm going to do, crafters, as I go across that, I am going to overlap that pink with purple. I'm going to do the same thing over here, okay? Now here's what's cool. That purple and that pink are going to blend, okay? And they're going to come up with a third color that I didn't even open with our ink pads. Hence the concept, that's right, ink blending.
They said they like your swiping.
Swiping works really good.
Cowboy swipey.
Yeah, we call it.
We'll call it the cowboy swipe.
We call it the Creek Bank Cowboy Swipe. There you go. Put the lid on that. Put the cap on there. How many viewers we have, Mrs.
Several
Creek?
people, you have 68 viewers, and several people have mentioned that they're interested in the brushes, so you might want to reach behind you there and show them the bag and the block in case they haven't seen that.
Here is the block. Now, we sell these individual brushes. They're $6.99 a piece, but we also have the sunshine code. You get 20% off. But I got a deal. I got a deal. Holy cow, do I have a deal. You buy 6 for $39 or 8 for $52. But if you use the coupon code sunshine, you get 20% off.
39 or 8
For 52, plus you get 20% off the with the sunshine code, okay? And then we also have that cool block. You see that block? For storage, and it holds eight brushes. It sells for $24.99, and then you can get 20% off of that again with the sunshine code.
That block ever on sale again?
No, I won't. When we go back on the road, it will not be on sale. Now's the time to get that. And then we also have this cool vinyl carrying case that carries all 8 brushes. Now, if you buy 6 or 8 brushes, crafters, what we're going to do is we're going to throw in an adhesive color swatch. Now, what you do is, this is a sticker backing, so you cut these strips, use a circle punch to cut out the dots, and then you can identify your brushes. That way you're not guessing what color brush you're using, nor do you have to take the cap off to see what's underneath the cap. So there you have it on the brushes. Now we'll get back to the card. Okay, so now then, I'm going to pull off this stencil. And look at that right there. Isn't that not cool? I'm going to take a little undo. And remember, I used the super tacky tape to tape that in place so it wouldn't slide around. And I want to get the undo off there. And a lot of you are saying, holy cow, he's putting that undo and he just inked that thing. No sweat, look at that. I soaked that. I soaked that full of undo, but it's not smearing my ink. And that's because the undo is a solvent and the Kathy Pooler inks are a water-based dye ink. So you don't have to worry about that, okay? So then I'm going to take my Wonder Wipe, not Wonder Woman, my Wonder Wipe, and I'm going to wipe my stencil down because nothing is more irritating than to get ready to do a project and you have to clean up your tools before you even get started on it. So I'm going to wipe that off. By the way, I'm going to give a set of these Wonder Wipes today. We got a wet one and a dry one. We're going to get, that's one of our prizes tonight.
We have 75 people watching.
Well, 75. Hey, we get to 90, we're going to give away an apron. So we only need 15 more. So share that with your friends because I'm just getting going, crafters. Okay. All right. So I'm going to set that card aside. Now let's talk about this. I'm going to get this purple off here so you can see what I'm doing. All right. So back to my die. Where'd my die go?
What Michelle's asking, what is the Wonder Wipe made out of? And do you know?
This is made out of an incredible microfiber, scientifically designed to use exactly for the application in card making. If I told you, Michelle, I'd have to kill you.
And being that you're a cowboy and everything, that's not end well.
That's right.
You
That's
explained
a.
that there's 2 in the package.
There's 2. You get both a dry one and you get a wet one. Okay. It is basically it is a reusable. For lack of a better name, I'm going to say chamois type material. Okay. So you have one for dry wipes and one for wet wipes. Okay. Now what did I do with my Dragonfly die? Did you see where? Oh, here it is. Okay. So back to the Dragonfly die. So what we did is we cut a Dragonfly with this one right here. We cut, that's a bad cut. Throw that one away. We cut one out of our tacky tape sandwich, which I put right there. We cut another one out of just plain cardstock, okay, which I'm putting right there. And then we put another one where we covered the purple paper with super tacky tape, and we'll put him right there. Now, a lot of you have told me time and time and time again, I don't understand the super tacky tape sandwich. Tom, would you explain the super tacky tape sandwich? Well, I'm going to go one step further tonight. I'm not only going to explain it, I'm going to explain it, I'm going to show you, okay? Now,
Are they going to call you the show and tell cowboy?
a show and tell cowboy. I'm going. You say, Tommy, you got some splaining to do. No. All right. So anyway, what we're going to do, we're going to show you the reason behind making a super tacky tape sandwich is we're actually making a double-sided sticker, okay? So I peel off the liner on this side, it sticks. I peel off the liner on that side, it sticks. But I have to die cut it. So what we do, crafters, is I took a piece of 8.5 by 11 copy paper. In the old days, we used to call it typing paper, the thin stuff, okay? And then I took our 6-inch super tacky tape. And I just made a short piece tonight, just for demonstration purposes. And I'm just gonna lay that right there on the super tacky tape, okay? So, one piece of tape, one piece of paper, okay? Now then I'm going to trim my tape, okay? Can y'all see that? I'm just cutting away there. All right. And now then I'm going to roll that tape out. Now, so if you look right here, paper on this side, tacky tape is on that side. Gotcha. And now then I'm going to take the paper side with the liner up and I'm going to tape it to the other side. Okay. So now then I have got a tacky tape sandwich.
What roll do you normally use in your demos, 3 or 6 inch?
Well, I want to, who's asking that question?
That is from Lay.
Lay, I want to tell you what. We have 3-inch rolls and we have 6-inch rolls. Now, if you're just sticking your toe in the water, is it Lee? Oh, Lee. Oh, it's Lee. Lee McMahon. Yes. Lee, if you're just sticking your toe in the water and getting it and trying this out, get the 3-inch and maybe see if you like it. However, what we like about the 6-inch rolls is all your crafting paper is either 6 by 6, 8.5 by 11, or 12 by 12. And what we like to do is we like to take the 12 by 12 and cut it in to 6 by 12 strips and put a 6 by 12 piece of super tacky tape on there, because when we're making 50 Christmas cards or 50 invitations, we don't want to stop for 10 minutes and put tacky tape on a piece of cardstock, if that makes sense to you. So then when I do it like that,
Did you explain what you're doing right now?
see there's my tacky tape sandwich. I was just trimming the edges there, because if I don't, when I run it through to my die cut machine, it'll tend to want to stick on it. So I trim that overlap off. Now that's ready to cut. And then I cut my Dragonfly out of that. Yes, ma'am.
Clean edge is crucial.
A plain edge is crucial.
Crafting cowboys should know that.
All crafting cowboys want a clean edge, Mrs. Creek. Okay. So any questions on making the tacky tape sandwich? And I do prefer, Lee, the 6-inch over the 3-inch, because it's just more convenient. You can use the 3-inch, but you have to piece it together on large die cuts. The 6-inch, you don't have to. Okay. Because the die cut machines we use are no more than 6 inches wide anyway. So there'd be no reason to piece that. So there we go. Plus it's twice the price, but it's twice the amount of tape. So it's a good value. So back to where we were. All right. So now then we've got our super tacky tape Dragonfly that we cut. So what we're going to do is we're going to peel off that top liner.
Okay. Heather, I think, is asking if it'll work on cardstock instead of copy paper.
Heather, if you look right here, I'm going to flip this over right here. I put the super tacky tape on cardstock right here on that Dragonfly. However, to make a super tacky tape sandwich, if you use 2 sheets of super tacky tape with a piece of cardstock sandwiched between it, it will be too thick to die cut. That's why we always use copy paper for the tacky tape sandwich, because cardstock plus 2 sheets of super tacky tape, it won't cut, and you'll be very frustrated. So I'm going to peel that, and then you'll call me and say, I thought you told me how to make that super tacky tape sandwich and it won't cut. Believe me, I've got the calls.
Vagabond?
If you have a Vagabond, guess what, Heather? It still won't cut it.
Yes. Yes, it will.
It will.
It will
Since
cut.
when?
It always will. It will cut in the Vagabond. But the reason we always tell people the other way is because most people don't have the Vagabond. They have a manual die cutting machine.
Heather, doggone it, I sound
Crafting
corrected.
Cowboy did not know.
I stand corrected. But I tell you what, the Vagabond will cut it, but it'll be difficult to cut, won't it, Miss Creek?
No, it cuts it.
Okay.
It does, but most people don't have an electric machine.
Okay. All right. So I took that top liner off of that Dragonfly. Now I'm going to take some undo. Remember undo? Undo is your friend. Undo is going to temporarily suspend the adhesion of the super tacky tape. And that's a good thing because now you saw I see how sticky it was before? Now I can pick it up and I can play with it. I'm going to take this piece of Dragonfly that I've already cut, just simple paper. I'm going to pull everything out. I don't have to worry about the tape getting sticky because I soaked it pretty good. Get all those little pieces out of there. Okay. All right. But it's already sticking again. See how sticky that's? I'm going to put a little more on there. Okay. All right. Now then, there we go. Now that allows me to overlap that right on there just like that. And I can move that around and I can get that on there perfect because of the undo. Had I not have put the undo on there, I wouldn't have been able to do that, crafters. Is Deb Cronkite out there? She's done so many of these. She did this at a make and take for me in Florida.
I don't see her tonight, but I could be wrong.
All right. Sorry. So I have put 2 of 3 layers on the Dragonfly. Okay. Now then I'm going to my purple Dragonfly, which I simply covered with super tacky tape and then die cut it, which made a simple sticker. I'm going to peel out the insides there. Now I have an intake that I can use. In fact, I can use both of those intakes on another card later. In fact, here's an example of one that we did earlier using the oval Trinity where we used the Dragonfly's intakes
You're upside down.
For that card.
There you go.
There you go. Isn't that just a little insect village there? Okay, so so now then, remember I put super tacky tape on that. I'm going to pull those little die cuts out of there. Those little integral parts. Clean that up a little bit here. Bear with me. Any other questions?
Yeah, do you have Vagabonds still for sale?
I do.
Michelle got her Vagabond today and she's all excited about it.
Fantastic, Michelle. You're going to love that machine. Yes, I've got them on sale. Crafters, I've got the Vagabond 2, which in my opinion is the best machine on the market. Electric machine. I've got it on sale for $134.99, and that's delivered to your house, but I can only do it in 40 of the 50 states. The 10 states that I cannot ship it to are listed on my website. So if you're unlucky enough to live in one of those 10
Tennessee,
states,
California, DC, Florida, Hawaii, Illinois, Louisiana, Maryland, Massachusetts, and Washington State.
and the reason I can't do that in those states is because of the sales tax laws, okay? They don't believe in interstate commerce, so everybody else does. So, all right, so now then, I'm going to peel off the back liner of that Dragonfly, okay? Going to use my die pick here. By the way, I have these die picks in stock too. They're handier than a pocket on a shirt. This is the next best thing since sliced bread. If you don't have one of these, you need to get one of these in your toolkit. Better than fingernails, because if you break a nail, you always have your die pick. Okay, now I'm going to take that Dragonfly. I'm going to put some more undo on him because I'm going to lay him on top of the other 2 I just laid, okay? I'll move that over right there just like that. Now what I like to do is I like to get those tentacles at the top lined up and then work that in around. Okay. Put that on there just like that.
Mr. Creek, that's looking amazing. You're doing a really good job for a cowboy that doesn't craft.
That's right. And don't forget, I don't craft, crafters. So there you go.
So are you at a point where we can give a gift away?
Yeah, let's give something away. That'll give this a chance to dry. Now remember, when that undo dries, crafters, that's going to be just as sticky as it was prior to me ever putting the undo on. So I want to set that right there aside for you. Mrs. Creek is going to do a trivia question here. What are we giving away? Are we going to give away the wipe with this one now?
Di said you're doing a great job.
Thank you, Di.
I'm impressed.
I appreciate that.
My friend Dana is here
Yes.
visiting me.
Hey, Dana, all the way from Kansas City, Kansas. Oh, excuse me. I gave away the trivia question. And
So
I'm sorry.
one of my questions
What was your second question,
was,
Mrs. Creek?
how many years have we been friends?
Whoa, okay.
So
All right, the question is, how many years has Dana and Julie been friends? They've been friends going back a long time. So if you can guess that, you're going to win a set of Wonder Wipes. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, we're going to get back to the card here. So here we go. All right.
Loretta, I'm not that old. Ah, Sandy Brassard got it.
Sandy won a set of Wonder
Sandy
Wipes.
is the winner.
Okay. All right, so now then we're going to go back to the card that we did the inking on with the J brush, okay? And I'm going to pull off. Well, before I do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some glitter on that, okay? So those of you may be familiar with our Pixie Puffer. This is our Pixie Puffer. We've had this out for about 2.5, 3 years. There's been a lot of guys that said, "Hey, anyway, all right, anyway." Anyway,
There are some things the crafting cowboy should not say.
forget what I was going to say about that. All right, this is our Pixie Puffer. Now, the reason why we call it Pixie Puffer is because we use it with, where's that at? Our pixie dust. That's right, our pixie dust. But you don't have to just use it with pixie dust. You can use it with any superfine or ultrafine glitter. Now, the Pixie Puffer is, you do not add water. This is an air chamber pump. Has a valve that swings left to right. Okay? When it's down, it's shut off. Okay? When I open it, I start pumping it, and when I pump it,
Crafting cowboy's favorite tool.
this is the Crafting Cowboys. Besides the Vagabond 2 for $134.99, this is my favorite tool. Okay, all right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pump it like you would that pump hairspray that a lot of you ladies have in your cosmetic cabinet, wherever you put that in. But watch this. I'm just going to puff the glitter right in place, and what it does, it controls my mess. It also means I don't have to dump a big thing of glitter into a jar and then dump it back out. And then I'm just going to burnish that in a little bit.
But could you do that if you wanted to?
And you could if you want to, but I just controlled my mess. You see all that glitter right there? I'm just going to take that right there, put it in a trash can. Bingo, the mess is gone. And what's cool about that is if I was doing it in a regular craft situation, is I would have put it over the trash can. So there you go. Now do you see the glitter on my Dragonfly? Isn't that cool? Okay. So now then what we're going to do is we're going to take our card right here.
Do you need an adhesive?
Yes, we used our super tacky tape, if you recall, because if you remember that super tacky tape sandwich, that was one of the 3 layers of our Dragonfly. That was our first layer.
Base layer.
The base layer. Remember, it's a double-sided sticker. The top is right there, that cutout of that Dragonfly. And the bottom, I'm going to show you right now. We're just going to flip it over.
Michelle Kirk's saying if you have a little bit of glitter left, you can just use the Swiffer cloth to pick it up.
Well, holy cow, what a concept. I think I might have some right here. Yeah, or I can use the We Are Memory Keepers glitter vac. I need to clean that mess up right now. Thank you, Michelle. I appreciate you bringing that to my attention. Get all that stuff. Clean this. Holy cow. Do the floor. Okay, there we go. Okay. All right, so now then I'll put my card back. And now then what we're going to do.
It's a scrap and Roomba.
Scrap-a-Roomba. Okay, so now then I'm going to take and I'm going to peel the back side off of my Dragonfly. Can you see that right there? Peel that off. And remember, that was a double-sided sticker, right? So put that there, and then I'm going to grab my card, and I'm just going to position him right there.
Man vacuuming, this channel has it all.
That's
He's a
right.
cowboy too.
I want to tell you right now, Michelle, I don't do windows. I do not do windows, so don't even say anything about windows, okay? All right, now then, we're going to put a happy birthday sentiment. I'm going to use our happy birthday scroll sentiment on this today.
Upside down.
Would you quit turning that upside down? My happy birthday scroll sentiment. There it is. You see that right there? It's a really cool die of ours. And anticipating all your lovely smiling faces joining us here, we put that. So I'm going to pull that out. So let me pull that out of that base. Now what we did is we covered it with the super tacky tape first, and then we die cut it. And that's what's beautiful about that super tacky tape, crafters. Every die cut that you make is now what? It's a sticker. That's right. It's a die cut sticker. So we're gonna pull that out of there. And this is a pretty intricate one. Okay, see that right there? Get that away. Get all the little innies and outies out of there. Okay. And now then I'm going to peel that back liner off. Peel that off of there. And a couple little doodads. Okay.
Doodads?
Doodads. I got doodads on there, Mrs. Creek. And then I'm going to get my undo again. Okay, remember, undo is your friend. Because that's really sticky because it has a super tacky tape on it. So I'm just going to cover that with undo. Because now I can position that, because I covered it with the undo, I can position that on my card anywhere I want. I can even go a little
Now,
angle maybe.
you dumped that on the die cut, on the back of the die cut. Could you have just dumped that on the front of the card?
I could have, because it was a small enough die cut that it would absorb right through the paper and it would neutralize that super tacky tape temporarily. See, it's already starting to dry. Okay, see right there?
Michelle is funny. Where is Michelle Crick? How do you say that?
Where? Michelle?
Crick.
Crick. Michelle Crick.
She's
Like
funny.
Creek. We're
know-
almost related because
Next week's trivia question is how many gallons of undo?
that's a good one, Michelle. Okay, I'm going to take my A2 card. There's always a smart aleck in the crowd, but Michelle, I love you anyway. I love you. I love you. I love you. Okay, so now then what we're going to do is I took my A2 card and I folded that. Okay, so now I'm going to take our super tacky tape. I'm going to take the 1/4 inch. I'm going to take this card and I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to put my super tacky tape all the way around the perimeter. And believe me, I've got a lot of this because remember, holy cow, there's 27 yards to a roll. 27 yards. How many yards are there in a football field? There's 100, okay? 4 rolls in a bundle special, that's 108 yards, remember? 1 full football field and 8 yards towards the first down. Wow, what a deal for only 13 bucks. Okay, now I'm going to peel this off. Hope you crafters are having as much fun with me as I am with you tonight. I'm going to pull that. Do you have another trivia question, Mrs. Creek? Did you think of another one?
I'm sorry?
By the way, did Sandy Bissard win that Wonder
She
set of
was
wood?
the winner chicken.
Congratulations, Sandy. If you don't have a question, I've got one. Do you have one?
For the test?
Yes. Do you have another
I
one?
do have another one.
All right,
There's
go ahead and give
75
them-
people watching. I was hoping that they would all share and we would get to 90.
Okay, we're only 15 from 90, so we can give away an apron. Okay, so here we go. I've got that card. I put the super tape around the parameter. I'm going to just center that right here on my A2 card.
Because you took my question.
Well, that was what I was afraid of. Put that on there.
Okay, I have one.
Okay, and look at that, crafters. Would you look at that? Is that not gorgeous? And now then all you have to do is open it up and put your sentiment in there. And there you have another use of the Dragonfly Trinity. And Mrs. Creek has got a question for you, a trivia question for you. And what are we giving away? We're giving away a Siskiyou Follow Lot embossing folder. Is that right? The one right there?
Did we tell them already how many years?
We did.
We already told them?
Did we tell you guys how many years we've been married last year?
Oh, don't
Last
ask
week?
them, they're not gonna tell you the truth.
Thank you, Sandy. I appreciate it. Thank you, Sarah.
So why don't you pull the camera up so they can look at you?
Okay, I'm gonna pull the camera up so you can look
Hang
at
on.
me. Hang on, we're gonna get back here.
Okay, my friend Dana,
Her friend Dana.
you're upside down.
I
You're
am.
looking good, but you're upside down gently. And you warned the ladies before.
Ah! Hope it didn't make you dizzy,
There you
ladies.
go.
Good to see
There
you
we go.
again. I tell you what, I hope you had fun. Yes, they already know how many years we've been married.
Yes,
Okay,
okay,
all right, so you can't answer that question.
okay.
Okay,
So
last
my
week-
friend Dana taught me to
Yes.
make
her friend Dana. By the way,
a
did I show you that hat? I
a
could make it,
snack.
I could look like an Indian. Oh. I could look like a bandito. Or I can be a cowboy. All right, go ahead with the trivia question.
My friend Dana taught me to make a snack.
Okay,
What
was
was
the-
that snack?
okay. Julie's friend Dana taught her to make a snack.
When I was 17.
The question
It's
is,
still
when she
one
was
of my
17,
favorite
what was
snacks.
the snack and it's still one of our favorites to this day.
One of my favorites.
The winner gets a Sissick Spalala Christmas 3D embossing folder. So here comes the
There it is,
Oh, no.
Nancy Prawn
You're kidding me.
Nachos.
Is that right?
Yes.
Holy
Yes.
cow. If you
Nancy nailed it.
crafters, if you'll notice, Mrs. Creek's trivia questions are a lot easier than mine.
Yeah, they were all making fun of your trivia questions.
But see, it gives more people an opportunity to participate that way. But that's all right.
Okay, so Nancy, can you email us at creekbc@gmail.com with your address?
Yes, Nancy, please email us your address, and we will get that to you. Sandy Bassard, we have your address. In fact, Sandy, didn't you move in and live with me one time? I mean, with me and Julie. Excuse me. I'm kidding.
Now we know why you want to be the crafting.
The crafting cowboy. It's all these women. That's all these women. I tell you, ladies, we had a great time with you tonight. Hope you had as much fun as we did. Can't wait to see you. Now remember, we're going to take off for the week of Independence Day holiday. So we will not be here next week, the 7th, but we will return with all kinds of fun.
Is it July the 14th?
July the 14th, Tuesday, July the 14th. We'll be here with bells and whistles with some new
The coupon,
concepts.
the 20% off is only going to last. You might want to go over that with them. Now's the time.
Now's the time. The coupon code expires June 15th, or excuse me, July 15th. July 15th. Sorry about that. July 15th. Use the coupon code Sunshine to get 20% off, especially if you want those J brushes and anything else on the website. The Vagabond has a better deal yet because that's in excess of 30% on that on the Vagabond. So be sure to check that out. But you can use the Sunshine code on everything else on the website except for the bundles. Don't forget the bundle specials. Can't wait to see you ladies again. Oh, by the way, the Chicago, never mind. I'm not supposed to say that.
Yeah, you're going to get in trouble.
I didn't say anything about any shows. Except for we're going to be in Indianapolis. I'll tell you that much. See y'all later. I'm already talking too much, Mr. Creek said.
God bless you.
Button your lip. Button your
And
lip.
keep you.
We love you all. Can't wait to see you. Lord bless you and keep you. And we'll see you next time. July 15th. See ya. Bye. Excuse me. Tuesday, July 14th, 7:30 Eastern time. Farewell. Bye now.
You hit the X.
All right. I hit the X. Do we want to stop the streaming?
Yes, please.